I used to walk behind my mother. Not beside her. Behind her. Far enough so people wouldn't think we were together. I know how terrible that sounds now, but back then it felt normal to me. Necessary even. My mother worked harder than anyone I knew. She cleaned houses, carried heavy supplies, did any job she could find. Her hands were always rough, her clothes always simple, and her face always tired. I hated that. Not because of her, but because of what I thought people saw when they looked at us. At school, my friends talked about weekend trips, expensive shoes, and fancy restaurants. They complained about things I secretly wished I had: new phones, bigger houses, parents who showed up in shiny cars. When they asked what my mom did, I lied sometimes. I said she worked in an office. I said she was busy and couldn't come to school events. I didn't want them imagining her carrying buckets or wiping sweat off her face. The truth embarrassed me, and that embarrassment slowly turned into anger. Every evening she came home exhausted, yet she still smiled at me like I was the best thing in her life. "Claire, did you eat? Claire, how was school? Claire, I bought your favorite bread." And every time she asked, I felt irritated, like her kindness was a reminder of everything we didn't have. One night, she came home late again. I was hungry and annoyed, scrolling through my phone while the clock ticked louder and louder. When she walked in, her shoulders looked heavy, like the entire day was still sitting on them. "Sorry I'm late," she said softly. "Work was." "You're always late," I snapped. She froze. I remember that moment clearly now, her smile disappearing slowly, like a light turning off. "I'm trying," she said quietly. "Well, maybe try harder," I yelled. The words came faster than I could control. "Do you even know what it's like for me? Everyone else has normal lives. You work all the time, and we still have nothing." She didn't defend herself. She didn't argue. Before we continue, remember to like, subscribe, and share this story if you enjoy slow, real-life documentaries like this one. Now back to the story. She just nodded and walked into the kitchen. That silence annoyed me even more. Back then, I thought silence meant weakness. I didn't know it meant strength. The next morning, she had already left before I woke up. No breakfast on the table. No note. Just quiet. I felt strange, but I ignored it. School was normal. Friends laughing. People complaining about small things. I laughed too, pretending everything was fine. But when I got home that evening, the house felt colder. I waited and waited. The sky turned orange, then dark. When she finally opened the door, she was breathing heavily, carrying bags that looked too heavy for her frame. "You're late again," I said sharply. She tried to smile. "I just wanted to get groceries before."
Claire, that's
"You care
not
more
true.
about work than
Liar,
about
you're
me," I
always
shouted. She took one step forward, then another, and suddenly the bags slipped from her hands. I remember the sound of fruit rolling across the floor, and then she collapsed. Everything slowed down. "Mom," I whispered. She didn't answer. Panic exploded inside me. I knelt beside her, shaking her shoulders, my heart pounding so loud it drowned everything else. For the first time, I noticed how light she felt. How fragile. How small. The ambulance ride felt endless. At the hospital, time stopped existing. I sat alone in a cold waiting area, replaying my words over and over like a punishment I couldn't escape. "Try harder. You care more about work than me." When the doctor finally came out, his expression was gentle
Claire, your
but
labs show
serious.
exhaustion and malnourishment.
"She's stable," he
What?
said,
That
"but she's
can't be.
severely exhausted.
Rest and nutrition will
She
help."
hasn't been taking care of herself." I frowned. "What do you mean?" He hesitated. "She's malnourished." The word didn't make sense. My mother always made sure I ate. There was always food for me. Always. A nurse came over later holding a small notebook. "We found this in her bag," she said. I opened it casually at first. Then my stomach dropped. Every page was filled with dates, small notes, numbers. Paid Claire's school fees. Extra shift today, need money for her textbooks. Skipped lunch again. Save for her shoes. My hands started shaking. Page after page. Sacrifices I never saw. Pain she never mentioned. And one line that destroyed me. "Claire seems unhappy lately. I wish I could give her more so she doesn't feel ashamed of me." The words blurred as tears filled my eyes. She knew. She knew I was ashamed. And she still kept loving me anyway. I realized something horrible in that moment. My mother wasn't failing me. I was failing her. Before we continue, remember to like, subscribe, and share this story if you enjoy slow, real-life documentaries like this one.
I'm sorry.
When I finally walked into her hospital room, she looked smaller than ever. Machines beeped softly beside her. Her eyes opened when she heard me. "Claire," she whispered. I broke. All the anger, all the pride, all the excuses shattered at once. "I'm sorry," I cried. "I'm so sorry." She squeezed my hand weakly. "You don't have to apologize," she said. "I just want you to be happy." That hurt even more, because even after everything she was still thinking about me. I sat there for hours, holding her hand and noticing things I'd ignored for years: the tiny scars on her fingers, the tiredness in her face, the softness in her voice. I finally understood that love doesn't always look glamorous. Sometimes it looks like exhaustion. Sometimes it looks like sacrifice nobody applauds. Sometimes it looks like a mother skipping meals so her daughter never has to. After she came home, I changed. Not overnight, but slowly, intentionally. I started helping, listening, sitting with her while she talked about her day. I stopped caring what my friends thought, because I finally understood something they didn't. Strength isn't loud. Real love doesn't brag. And the people who sacrifice the most often suffer in silence. Sometimes I still remember the way she fell, the sound of those groceries hitting the floor. It reminds me how close I came to losing the person who loved me the most before I even learned how to appreciate her. Now, when we walk together, I don't hide behind her anymore. I walk beside her, proudly, because if the world ever asks me who that woman is,
That's
I'll
my
smile
mother,
and
the
say,
strongest person
"That's
I
my
know."
mother." And she's the strongest person I know. One thing to think
That's my
about,
mother, the strongest person
how many
I
people
know.
quietly sacrifice for us while we're too busy noticing what they don't have.